Hey guys, what's up? Kevin here from Kevin and Train Hunter, and today's video is actually the very first Q&A of the Kevin and Train Hunter channel. So it's the first Q&A. There aren't a whole lot of questions. I only got 3. Well, technically, kind of like 6, but they're all like mashed together into one comment. So I only have basically 3 Q&As. This is the first Q&A I've done for the channel. Expect there to be many more Q&As. I like to do Q&As actually, because I want to interact with you guys. So let's get right to the first one. And the first comment comes from Flame Rails with 3 Z's. He says, do you plan on upgrading to Trainz 2019 or Trainz New Era? That's the first question asked. So the short answer to that is yes. I actually plan on upgrading to Trainz 2019 if anything. I'm gonna skip past Trainz New Era. Whichever game is best. Whatever game has the best graphics, it's got the better system and all that. Whichever game is best, honestly. Cause I'm making decent, really good money right now. So I'll probably end up getting Trainz 2019. I just have to upgrade my graphic card because I can't run Trainz 12 on full graphics because I can, but there's like a lot of things on the screen. It's gonna lag a lot, so I'm gonna upgrade my graphics card. Motherboard's fine. Need to upgrade the RAM a little bit. Just put like another 8 gigabyte. I think I'll have 48 gigabytes of RAM. If anything, so that'll be good. And the next question Flame was asked is, when you model real routes, do you use base maps or a DEM, or is it just freelance knowledge base? To be honest, that's a really good question. Actually, when I work on routes like the CSX Western Atlantic subdivision, I actually used Google Maps as a reference. That's the best reference I got. What I've done is that whatever the smallest resolution of the game is, that's basically what I use. I use that, the smallest resolution, and then I kind of have the game on top of the window from Google Maps, and then I trace out the track work, basically like that. Now it's kind of like the more difficult way to do it. I could have used base maps, but I didn't for this route. Maybe for future routes, I'll end up using base maps because I've actually used base maps a few times. It's not that bad actually. It's pretty easy, but I'm trying to get the entire route and all that. I want to fit it all in like one image essentially. And I'm not sure if I can do that. I'm not sure if it's able to do that. I'm sure I can, but I haven't experimented enough with that. But that's basically the method I use. I basically just shrink the screen down to the smallest resolution, and then have it sit on top of the Google Maps screen. Then I trace the track work and scenery and all that. And that's basically how I do it. Unfortunately, I don't know the elevation. I don't have a way of knowing the elevation of each route, so I just end up guesstimating it essentially. But yeah. Listening said, lastly, would you rather move to a location where rail traffic is more frequent for rail fanning and videos, ideas, or stay in Georgia where we define rail fanning, foaming, horn shows, and anything to do with trends overall? Lol. Quite honestly, where I am right now, I'm actually in a pretty good spot because I live in Powder Springs. The Norfolk Southern Atlantic North District is just actually right down the road from me. It's literally that close to me. I live less than 5 minutes away from the tracks. I can easily go to Hiram Square to get some train action. But what I also plan on doing at some point is end up going to Dalton, Georgia, if you know where that is. I end up going there. I probably end up going there at some point to get some train action from both the Western Atlantic subdivision in the Atlantic North District, because both of the routes merge together. They kind of cross each other, and that's basically what I've been doing. That's an Atlantic subdivision around Trainz 12. That's basically what I've been doing. But yeah, I'm pretty much gonna stay where I am essentially. Because Georgia, I mean, I've been down here for quite a long time, and I actually like. There's quite a bit of places to rail fan. I like it, so I guess you can say I'm here to stay. All right, next question. CSX guy 677 trains, fire trucks, and more. It's a pretty long name actually. He asked 3 questions. Firstly, how long have you been playing Trainz? Wow, that's a really good question. I'd say, I think when I was 18, I think, was it 17 or 18? So it's been roughly 4 to 5 years actually. Maybe more than that, I'm not sure. I think that's how long it's been. I think it's been 5+ years. Because I got into it when I was a freshman in high school. So that's a pretty long time. And he says, secondly, how do you detail your routes? The same question I answered for flame rails. I just whatever assets I have, I detail it like that. I just use those assets that are already in the game and detail it as such. It's not the easiest way. It's not easy to detail, especially if you don't have the correct assets. Sometimes I wish I could make my own assets, but you know, I'm not good at modeling at all. So I just use whatever assets I have, and that's it. But really, I just, like I said, I use Google Maps to essentially detail my routes, to lay out the track work, the road work for all the roads, and the scenery and all that. So that's basically what I do. Finally, what was your first version of the Trainz that you've ever played? That would be Trainz 2000. Actually, that would be the first Trainz. I think it was Trainz 2004, or just simply Trainz. That was the first game I played, and that's what got me into it. Unfortunately, the graphics sucked for that game. Like limited amount of stuff in that game. But you know, other than the graphics suck, it was pretty fun actually. I've actually had some pretty fun time with that game. I never downloaded any content for that game. I just played with the stock content until I played with Trainz 2009 or something like that. Yeah, Trainz 2009 is when I started downloading content. And then when I got Trainz 12 is when I started downloading content like crazy and making some content. So that's when I started to get around to that point. But yeah, Trainz, like first Trainz, or Trainz 2004. It's the first game I got into playing. It's a really good game, actually. And the last question by Vermilion Rail Fan asks, what is your favorite kind of SD70? My favorite kind of SD70 would have to be the standard cab SD70 because you hardly see them nowadays. You hardly see any standard cab SD70s. The only ones that really have a standard cab SD70s is Illinois Central, which is owned by Canadian National, and then you have Norfolk Southern. But Norfolk Southern, as you may know, they are converting pretty much all of their standard cab SD70s into SD70 ACCs, which I've seen an SD70 ACC. Looks great, and I've also seen a standard cab SD70 that was leading. It was one of my previous videos before. It was one of my random rail fanning videos and all of that. I've actually seen one, and it's really nice. It's like it brings nostalgia to a lot of people, and it's unfortunate that the standard cab SD70s are pretty much being converted to wire cab. But I understand. I actually know why they're doing it, because it costs way less to rebuild a locomotive than to buy a new one. So heck, they still live on. They're just rebodied with new electronics and all that. So basically, yeah, standard cab SE70 is actually one of my favorites because you hardly see them. You see every other kind of SE70. You see SE70 Aces, you see SE70Ms, you see SE70 Max, you see SE70M-2s. There's a huge slew of them. And you'll also see a good amount of SE70 ACUs from Norfolk Southern, but really it's a standard cab SE70 is actually one of my favorites. It just is. My question to you guys is, what's your favorite EMD product, or what's your favorite GE locomotive? Favorite? Hold on a second. What's your favorite EMD engine, and what's your favorite GE engine? That's why I asked you guys, or you guys can actually comment like what you guys think about this channel, like what you think about it. You think it's really good? Do you think it needs some improvement and all that? I just want to get some feedback from you guys. And one other thing, I'm about at least 70% done with the Western Atlantic subdivision. 70% done. So I've gone up to Tunnel Hill right now, Tunnel Hill, Georgia, and I've just got a little bit of track work. A little bit more track work left. I gotta do Ringgold, Georgia, which is way up north. Graysville, which is some no man's town, and then after Graysville, then it's just Chattanooga, Tennessee, and doing the route work, doing the track work for the rail yard in Chattanooga is gonna be a real pain. So there's a lot of track work to do. Or I can be lazy and not do the rail yard track work. But if I've done a rail yard in Atlanta for the late CLCX Tilfoot yard, I might as well do the rail yard in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I might as well do that too. So 70% complete. I just gotta lay out the track work. Of course, I'm gonna do a play test, like the whole, maybe I might play test the whole route, if anything. Whether like if I got the track work down, but not much scenery down, I can do that. And then eventually, I'll do an entire stream of me doing the whole route, whether it be going from south, or we going from like south to north, or north to south for the route, the entire route. And it's gonna be really awesome, actually. I like when they get to that point. When will it be complete? That's a good question because my life is busy right now. I got a lot of things to do. I'm involved myself in other projects that I got myself started on. So I'd say late August is when the route should be complete. Late August. So I'm gonna try and work on this route as much as I can. I'm gonna speed up the process and try and get this done as much as I can. I know I said I was gonna make the route, finish the route last year or something like that, but that never happened. But this year I'm certain that it can happen. If it won't happen in late August, it'll happen in early September. So that'll be great. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Peace.